Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the Sublimation DTF hack on a black shirt. So I'm going to be making this shirt for my son. It's a Spider-Man shirt, and we're going to be using, so this is Sublimation ink. I use DTF film, and we put it on top of Siser white HTV. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. These colors definitely came out really good. He's gonna absolutely love this. But the products that I will be using today is going to be the Yamation products. So I'm using the 100U thick. Now I did have this in a couple of my previous DTF videos, and the biggest difference between the thick film and then the regular film, the one that's a little bit thinner, is that when you're doing this hack, a lot of these printers that people are using, the issue is that they either can't read it or it gets jammed in the printer because it's too thin or they can't register it. So I tested this in my Sublimation printer, so I did have to use two printers. The first print I did was in my Epson EcoTank 8550. It went through beautifully, no problems, and you will see that on the in the next clip. But I printed it from that printer, and it went through without, I didn't have to tape it to any paper. I didn't have to use painter's tape. I didn't have to do anything. It picked it up, it read it, and it fed it right on through. Super quick, super easily, okay? And you will see that in the next clip. But the issue I had was that I had some roller marks. So I did switch to my Epson SureColor F170, same thing. I did not have to use any tape or paper or anything. This 100U thick paper did go through that printer as well without having to use any type of hack to get it to pick up. Okay, so I definitely like this paper for, if you're gonna do the sublimation hack, this paper really works good. Okay, so I'll be using this paper. I will be using the Yamation DTF medium powder as well. I will have a link for both of these products down in the description box below. I do believe I have a coupon code for you guys as well. If I do, please make sure you check the description box so you can get the coupon code if you want to try out these products. Okay, but this is what we are doing today, so go ahead and stick around for that. All right guys, so I'm just going to show you how I am going to like load up my printer. This is my EcoTank 8500, which does print as big as 13 by 19, but we're going to be printing small today. We're only going to be printing 7.5. So this is the paper I'm using, which is the Yamation DTF transfer film. This is the 100U thick one. So I'm not going to do any like add any painter's tape to it. Normally with my other printers I would have to add painter's tape to it to get it to go through my printer, but for today I'm going to try to do it this way because it's, like I said, it's the thick one. Okay, this is the print side. When you pull it out of the package, the top part facing the paper, so this side coming out is going to be the print side, which is going to go face down inside of the printer. Okay, and then I will be printing from Silhouette Studio. Okay, now I'm going to come over here to Silhouette Studio, and my image is going to be let me see, I have to adjust it just a little bit. So 10.5, let's see. Okay, so my image is going to be 7.5 wide by 10.5 high. I'm going to go ahead and print. I'm going to make sure my mirror is turned on. All right, so now it's going to go ahead and print, and let's see what it's going to look like. Okay, so I don't know, my printer was acting crazy for a second, but I think I got it printing So let's see what happens. This is printing on the DTF, the 100U thick film that I was telling you about. It does sound like it's printing with no issues, like it didn't get stuck or anything like that. So, I mean, that's looking kind of good. Okay, so I can see a little bit of the roller marks, which is kind of expected only because I forgot to move them out of the way. So I may reprint this. Okay, so here is what we have, the first print. Now, this looks mostly good. This looks mostly good. Do you see the roller marks here? I'm gonna try to reprint this again without those roller marks. Now, the reason that that happens is because of, you know, this ink is wet. So because of the DTF film, normally if I was printing on sublimation paper, it would dry faster as it's printing. So it doesn't necessarily like catch the ink as it's rolling out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and try to push my rollers out of the way because it's on this side as well as this side. But y'all saw how it came through the printer, no issues, okay? I'm gonna go ahead, try that again. I will be right back. All right, guys, so here is the second print I did. Now, I could not get the roller marks. Oh, that looks so good. I couldn't get the roller marks out of the image when I was printing it from my Epson 8500. So I did go ahead and switch to my Epson SureColor F170, which is an actual sublimation printer. It's not a converted printer. So when I switched to my Epson SureColor F170, you know, I didn't get any roller marks. So what I'm doing now, I did literally just print this out. You want to get that powder on quickly because when you're doing the hack, the ink tends to dry really quick. Okay, now you should be using gloves, glasses, all of that. I'm not, but if you want to, or you should be, so you know, do what you want. But anyways, so I have the powder on there and that's how it's going to look. I'm gonna cure this with my heat press today. I'm gonna be curing it with my HTV Ront auto press. I can't talk today because it does have that hover ability. So what I'm gonna do, I have it on 385. I'm just gonna go ahead and let this cure for a couple of minutes, maybe about 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out. I'm going to coat it again. There, it was trying to auto shut off, but I'm gonna cure it for about 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna coat it a second time with the powder, and I'm gonna cure it again for about a minute the second time. So I'll come back when that's all done. All right, guys, so I do have my image fully cured here. Here is the image. Those colors look absolutely amazing. Now what I did was just to kind of refresh, I did use my HTV Ront auto press to cure it. I cured it at 385 degrees. The first time was for 2 minutes, and then I coated it again while it was still warm, and then I cured it again at 385 for another 1 minute. Okay, and then this is the results. The powder is kind of like, it turned into like a jelly material, which is what you want. Okay, so this is a fully cured image. Now if you touch it, it doesn't really, nothing comes up on your hands, but you don't want to like rub it, right? We're not going to do that, but if you touch it, nothing's going to come up. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly prep my shirt while we're still warming up. I am warming up my heat press to 300 degrees, and it's at 275 right now, so we're almost there. So I'm just going to go ahead and lint roll this really good. And I'm just using a Gildan, is this heavy cotton? Yes, this is a Gildan heavy cotton youth shirt. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-press this for about 10 seconds. The pre-press is to make sure that you have all of the moisture out of your shirt. You don't want that when you're trying to adhere your vinyl. So here is my piece of vinyl here. Now I did just cut this by hand. I did not use my Cricut to cut it. I just lined up my image, which is just a rectangle image, with my vinyl that's on the roll. I'm using the Siser HTV, the regular white vinyl, okay? And I just lined it up and cut it by hand with a ruler and a rotary blade, okay? So nothing special. All right, just make sure I got all this lint off. Okay, so we're at about 282. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack down my my white vinyl here. I'm trying to find my t-shirt ruler for youth, my youth tee. There it is. Yep, okay. Because I want to get this nice in center. This is for my son, and I know he's going to want to actually wear it, so let me do it right. All right. I'm just gonna put a piece of tape here. I just don't want it to shift. All right, that should be good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and press this. I'm at 288. So I'm gonna press this probably for about 15 seconds so that it gets nice and tacked down. We are going to press again with the DTF transfer. So I don't wanna put too much heat on the HTV just because you don't want it to get over processed basically. I just kind of need enough heat to tack it down. Okay, that looks good. All right, so I'm still at about 290. I do want to get all the way up to 300. So I'm just gonna let this get all the way up to 300. It's at 291 now. I'll come back when it's at 300 and we'll go ahead and press our DTF transfer. All right guys, so we are up to 300 degrees. So we're gonna go ahead and press this 300 degrees for 20 seconds. I almost dropped it. So I'm just going to line this up. And I am gonna have a small white outline, but that's okay. I didn't cut it 100% perfect. I'm gonna put two small pieces of tape on the side just because I don't want this to move at all. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have a small white border, but that's okay, it's for my son. If you want this to have like a more perfect cut, number one, keep in mind that vinyl shrinks a little bit when you cut it, but you could put this image in Cricut Design Space and then you could put an offset around it and then cut out your offset if you want it to be like a perfect border, okay? So you can do it that way. But yeah, I'm not gonna cover this and I'm gonna put this under the heat. Like I said, we are doing 300 degrees for 20 seconds. Now, when it comes to DTF, it's a cool peel. So I'm gonna show it to you guys fresh out from underneath the heat press, but I do have to let it completely cool before I peel it. Okay, so here's the print. As you can see, the color is looking really good so far. Now, like I said, I do have to let this completely cool before I peel it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I will come back when it's cooled off and we'll peel it together. All right guys, so we are completely cooled. So we're going to go ahead and peel it together. OMG. My son is going to absolutely love this. Okay, and that is what we have. Now I'm going to go ahead and press it a second time, just because I think that it just really solidifies it. I'm going to press it. Where is my? There it is. I'm going to press it with the Teflon sheet, and I'm just going to press it for about 10 seconds. And like I said, I like to do a second press just because I feel like it really kind of solidifies the ink. We're not using DTF ink, so I may not need to do the second press just because we're using sublimation ink, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a second press just to see what happens, because I know with DTF you do need to do a second press. Okay, so that looks good to me. Okay, let me see if I can turn it around so you guys can see. My son is going to absolutely love it. He is going to love it. Let me turn it around so you can get like the sunlight. Because the camera really doesn't do the color justice. It really doesn't. Like, it looks kind of weird on camera right here. I don't know why. Because in person, it doesn't look like that. But yeah, this is a completely black shirt, guys. Gildan, heavy cotton. This is the Sublimation. So this is Sublimation DTF pack. So we did this with the Sublimation, I'm sorry, with the Sublimation ink, the DTF transfer onto the white Siser HTV, okay? On a black t-shirt. Came out super, super cute. My son's going to love it. But that is all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I will have all of my products I use linked down in the description box below. Again, I did use the Yamation product, so I use the Yamation DTF film, and then I also use the Yamation DTF powder. Those will be linked down below. If I have a coupon code, that will also be down there as well, so make sure you check the description box for that coupon code, because I may have one. But yeah, that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.